From KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is Thursday, January 5th, almost Friday.
That's what we're excited about. It's almost Friday.
Yeah.
Because, you got to recover. It's like you have to go back to work after the New Year's and Christmas. And it's like, ooh, we're looking forward to this weekend to recover from having to go back to work to recover from the holidays.
From the holidays, yeah. Everybody's easing into the holidays. A lot of people went back to school this week.
Yeah, and it was like springtime.
Yeah. The weather's nice in the afternoons.
What is up with that?
Just it is what it is. We're starting 2023 with this beautiful weather. I'm loving it personally. I think it's great, but we will have some changes over the weekend. In fact, we'll start to see some changes as early as tomorrow. Some fog for your morning commute, which will probably keep Stephen busy tomorrow, but we'll talk about that in a second. Let's start with what's going on in the pollen count. This has been on the minds of a lot of people. Great news this morning. Mount Cedar has dropped. It's in the high category still, but down quite a bit from where it was yesterday. 3,400. Molds are low at 220. And as we look at temperatures, starting to warm up. It was chilly. We got down to 43 here in San Antonio this morning, now up to 53. So we've already gained 10 degrees. We'll gain a lot more as we head into the afternoon. 40 right now in Seguin, 52 Rio Medina, 41 in Bandera, 38 as you get up towards Kerrville. Our forecast today, 75, sunny skies. Northwesterly winds initially. We'll see those switch around to the south. And then we start to see humidity pour back in later tonight and into tomorrow. I want to show you real quick the satellite image, or the water vapor, I should say, of what's going on out west. Big storm system. And in fact, the hurricane hunters flew into this storm system yesterday. Why is that? And what problems is it causing? And what does it mean for us? We're going to talk about all of that coming up in just a bit. But we got to get over to Stephen now with a look at your morning commute.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, the commute was a little bit busy for that morning rush, but things have dwindled down. But check this out. 10 at Crossroads. We do have a stalled vehicle out there. Also looks like a person is out there working on that situation, but make sure that you can check your vehicles before you get out on the roadway. This is actually not too far from TransGuide. So just again, watch out for that stalled vehicle along the access road of I-10. This is in the eastbound lanes. Let's get you to the map because we do have our problems not too far from there. 410 eastbound at Callahan Road. A crash has been reported, but we're not picking up any delays in that area. Story is a little bit different as we take you down here, though. 35 northbound at US 90. A little bit of a buildup there in the northbound lanes as you approach US 90. So be on the lookout for those flashing lights out there. We're going to make a big hop over to the northeast side where we do have a crash that is causing a little bit of issues there in the northbound lanes of I-35 as you approach Evans Road. Now let's give you a wide look at the map. So things are a little bit more busy out there than what we saw over the last few days, but we know it's back to normal for a lot of folks. Just remember to drive safe. Let's go ahead and leave you on rotation there while we have that stalled vehicle at I-10 at Callahan. Everywhere else, like there at, so we can see if we can switch it there. There we go. 10 at Cincinnati. Not too bad. Things have dwindled down, but it does look pretty sunny out there. So make sure that you have those sunglasses handy. And remember to be kind out on the roadways. David, Steph?
Thank you, Stephen.
Here's a look at today's 9 at 9. Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI laid to rest today. His funeral was held in the early morning hours our time. Around 50,000 people gathered at St. Peter's Square to pay their respects. The 95-year-old former pontiff remembered as a modest leader and servant of the church. Pope Francis presided over the funeral and delivered the homily at Mass.
Kevin McCarthy is reportedly offering new concessions after losing a 6th vote for House Speaker. However, even with those concessions, sources say McCarthy is still unlikely to have the votes needed to secure the Speaker's gavel. Some Republicans say this isn't so much about McCarthy as it is about not bending to the will of a small minority. The House is scheduled to return today at noon.
Former Bexar County Precinct 2 Constable Michelle Barrientos Vela sentenced to 5 years probation, 90 days in jail, and 600 hours of community service. She was found guilty on 2 felony counts of tampering with records back in September. The reading of the sentence was not without controversy. You can watch the chaos that unfolded in the courtroom, as well as read the full story on this case on KSAT.com.
President Biden plans to give a border security speech today and says he will visit the U.S.-Mexico border next week. The border visit will come during his trip to the North American Leaders Summit in Mexico City. It will mark Biden's first visit to the border since he took office. This comes as officials continue to grapple with what they consider a migrant crisis and an immigration system officials across the administration call broken.
Tomorrow marks the 2-year anniversary of the Capitol attack, and so far, the Department of Justice has arrested more than 950 people for their alleged involvement. Some of the charges include assault, using a deadly or dangerous weapon, or causing serious bodily injury to an officer. Only one defendant has been acquitted of all charges.
The mastermind behind the most publicized college admissions scams in recent memory will go to prison. Rick Singer was sentenced to 3.5 years by a federal judge in Boston. He pleaded guilty to multiple charges, including racketeering, money laundering, and obstruction of justice.
Amazon planning on laying off more than 18,000 workers, most of them at Amazon stores and in its human resources department. Amazon and other tech companies increased hiring over the past couple of years because of the pandemic and more people shopping online. But now that consumers are returning to pre-pandemic habits and the economic conditions worsening, those companies are experiencing whiplash and laying off thousands of workers.
A new report found just over a quarter of U.S. service members have experienced food insecurity in recent years, and more than half of that percentage were active duty troops. The report is based on data from 2016 and 2018 reports from the Pentagon over the active duty force. The lead author of the report said the causes of the insecurity are not clear and may require more research.
CVS and Walgreens have agreed to sell an abortion pill in their pharmacies where it is legal under state law after an important regulatory change from the FDA. Both stores say they will begin the process to have its pharmacies certified under the FDA rules, which includes training of its pharmacists. And that's today's Nah at 9.
And in your morning headlines this morning, a suspected drunk driver slams into a children's center, and a man fights off a car thief with a pot of gumbo. Both incidents caught on camera.
Plus, the unique origins of a TCU traditional chant, which doesn't make much sense to anyone outside of the university. RJ Marcus is here with us and has all of these stories. Good morning.
Yeah. Okay, wait just a second. We wasted a pot of gumbo on some nut trying to steal a car.
Pretty much. That's exactly what happened. And there's video to prove that this actually did happen, David. We'll get to that story here in just a bit. But first, the latest with Damar Hamlin. Obviously, we're following the latest developments here. Still many unanswered questions this morning about what happened to the Buffalo Bills player. But the NFL's top physician is now speaking out about his condition. Right now, one theory seems to be that his heart stopped beating properly due to something called commotio cordis. Dr. Alan Sills says that while it's still too early to know that for sure, it's definitely a possibility.
Commotio cordis is a very rare condition. It happens a lot more in sports like baseball, hockey, or lacrosse, where you've got a high-speed projectile that comes and hits an unprotected chest. So I don't think at this point we can rule that out because it has been described in football players. But again, the focus right now is on treating Damar and helping him get better.
And if you remember that tackle, he did take a hit directly to the chest from the Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver T. Higgins. So the NFL conducts a detailed review anytime a player is evacuated from the field. Doctors are looking for other abnormalities and heart conditions before determining what caused Damar Hamlin's cardiac arrest. Hamlin is still in critical condition, though his family says that he is showing signs of improvement. Okay, now to Utah, where surveillance video, you can see this behind me, shows a suspected drunken driver slam into a children's community center. Now, look at that. Wow, that is high impact there. Police said that the car ran another vehicle off the road, sailed over a hill, so we just saw right there, ripped through a fence, and then crashed into that building. So 3 people were in the car and somehow managed to climb outside of the window before taking off from the scene. So this all happened on New Year's Eve, so no one was inside the center. That's some good news there. But this early childhood Head Start program is now trying to figure out how to move forward because the building may not be safe to let the children back inside, as you can see the damage left behind there. The center serves families with young children who are experiencing poverty.
It's already challenging coming right out of the holidays, and obviously this just makes it that much more difficult, especially when you're, really kind of on the margin and just barely getting by. It really is a tough time.
Yeah, and right now all the services there at that location are closed for the time being, so families trying to figure this out. So the driver was arrested in this case, and the 2 other people that were in the vehicle could face charges as well for leaving that scene. Pretty crazy situation there. This was also crazy here. A Ring camera capturing what happened when a New Orleans man saw thieves trying to steal his vehicle on Christmas Day. Well, he wasn't having any of it and decided to stop them himself. So let's check this out. So he's dropping off a present and left his red SUV SUV running, and you can see right there, he sees someone pull up there in another SUV, try and take the vehicle. So I'm going a little bit off script here to follow the video. So the victim sees what's happening, and then he later ends up getting on top of it, even throwing a pot of gumbo on the vehicle to try and stop what happened. He actually reached into the sunroof and stood in front of the vehicle. And as you look at the video right there, you can see that suspect run out of the red SUV and get out. So the man did manage to stop this person from stealing the vehicle. But again, a very scary situation there. Now, police in this situation saying that you should never really try and do this. And despite this man's action, that it's not worth risking your lives. Now, the suspects in this case have not been arrested, at least no word there, if they will face any sort of charges there. But again, a scary situation there. This guy actually threw a pot of gumbo to try and stop this suspect from taking off with his red SUV. So hopefully he is okay. All right, moving on to this crazy story well, this isn't too crazy, but this is a crazy chant, I guess, if you want to call it. TCU taking on Georgia in the college football national championship game on Monday. And when they do so, viewers across the nation will be introduced to one of the most unique cheers in all of college football. So this cheer is called Riff Ram, and it's one of the oldest cheers in college sports, dating back all the way to the 1920s. Now, the cheer may be confusing to outsiders because it sounds a little bit more like a Dr. Seuss poem than a rallying cry. Dale Young is a 1966 alum, and when he returned to teach at the university, he brought the tradition back for student orientation. So let's go ahead and hear the chant and then hear more from Dale Young.
Riff, ram, bazoo, lickety, lickety, zoo, zoo, woo, wah, wah, woo, give 'em hell, TCU.
We were determined to get the spirit back, so that's when we started the oldest cheer in the Southwest Conference, the Riff Ram Bazoo. And I'm so excited today to sit on the west stands and see all the students doing that cheer.
Yeah, so again, it is Riff Ram Bazoo, lickety, lickety, zoo, zoo, woo, wah, wah, who, give him HTC. Just to be clear on that. So Monday's game between the Horned Frogs and the Bulldogs will take place at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, and TCU looking for their first national championship since all the way back in the 30s, when I guess this chant also was created in the 20s. So TCU's partying like it's 1930 out there up in Fort Worth.
And good job. With
yeah, it took me a little bit to kind of get through it.
Let's try it. Here it is.
Oh,
Ready?
Yeah,
here we
okay.
go. 3, 2, 1.
Riff, ram, bazoo, lickety, lickety, zoo, zoo, who, wah, wah, who,
give them TCU.
Yeah, blank.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
I probably ought to learn that before Monday.
I know, yeah. So
well, maybe
if you hear
that'll
that on your TVs, then that's where it's
It'll give them good luck because we all did the chant together.
There we go. Yeah. Shout out to you.
Good job.
You wore purple today.
Thanks, RJ. I did. Thank you, RJ. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
It is now 9:10 and 53 degrees.
We're going to explain more about a newly researched method that may help ease anxiety for new college graduates as they deal with inflation and the shift of working environments as they begin down their career paths. Plus,
students have been working on these projects for months, and they're getting ready to showcase them next month at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, what they have learned along the way, and look at the different projects coming up next.
Rodeo season almost here, and students from Lavernia High School are getting ready to showcase their projects at the Agricultural Mechanics Show at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo.
Tiffany Huertas joins us live from Lavernia High School with a look at these projects. And Tiffany, what students have learned while creating them? Good morning, Tiffany.
Good morning, David and Stephanie. This is a very, very busy shop here at Lavernia High School. 15 projects were created here at the school, and they'll be shown at the rodeo this year. There's barbecue pits, a deer feeder. Ag mechanics teacher Clark Tolson is joining us this morning to talk more about these projects. Good morning. Talk to us about what we're looking at here at the shop today.
So right now what you're looking at is career and technical education at its finest. As y'all guys know, career and technical education is very important to the Texas economy. Texas is home to a lot of large manufacturers, and it's important that as a high school teacher that I help prepare some of these students to go out into the real world after high school and pursue an education in career and technical education, along with working with some of these manufacturers. We have a lot of projects being shown today. This is a gazebo, small gazebo that's going to have a fire in the middle of it. Several other projects here today include deer feeders, deer stands, barbecue pits, hay bale spears. It's super important that we advocate for these young men and women to go out and build projects to help them in their future careers.
Amazing. This morning we also have one of the seniors from Lavernia High School. Mason, good morning. Talk to us about your project.
So this is a barbecue pit. When I started building it back in September, and I've been building it for as long as I can remember, for a really, really long time. And I got this barbecue pit. I got the grates here, so you can easily pull these guys out. I got the heat deflector. You know, you put a piece of meat here, you don't want to get scorched by the fire right here. So it kind of evens it out and allows it to cook evenly throughout. And one of the things that is kind of cool when I first started learning about it, getting into ag, was I learned how to weld here, basically MIG welding. Mr. Tolson taught me. It's really cool. You know, I've never really done that before, and it's kind of cool to be able to show to put what I've learned into practice. And I'm really excited to show at the San Antonio Stock Show. I've done it in the past, and this year it's going to be really cool to take something bigger and more challenging there and really tell the judges what I'm all about.
I am so excited for you. They've been working on these projects for several months, and this is it. Next month, they're going to be showcasing it, and we're going to be there at the rodeo, so really excited for you. We're going to have more details coming up on the noon show. We'll send it back to you.
Impressive. Thank you, Tiffany.
I'm telling you what, when you go to the rodeo, if you don't go to the rodeo, then you need to go to the rodeo. But when you go to the rodeo, you go to San Antonio Stock Show Rodeo, you go check out where all these ag mechanics and all the creations are. These kids have some talent. And welding is not an easy thing to do.
It doesn't look easy.
And it becomes a serious skill. And these kids can go on and make some serious money. I mean, you see guys welding fences on the side of the road. That's not all there is to it. There's a whole lot more to it than that. But man, these kids got some talent.
Super smart, super talented.
I mean, look, that he just made a cooker.
We look forward to seeing more.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Just like this weather. You know, you asked the question yesterday: will this weather hold for the rodeo? Too early to say just yet, but
fingers
well, that's why their displays are inside.
Yes.
Be safe.
Just in case.
Be safe.
We know that anything can happen during rodeo season. First, though, we got to start with the drought monitor. This comes out every Thursday. This is the new one, and not much has changed, right? This is what we've been seeing for the better part of a year. This is exceptional drought that sits over parts of Bexar County, all of Kendall County, Comal County, Blanco County, but really anywhere in this red and orange, we're dealing with drought as well. So the entire city of San Antonio and parts of the hill country, it has just been a really rough go. And that has not changed. As we zoom out, even out towards Brackettville, there's some moderate to severe drought there as well. But this is really the worst spot in the state. I mean, you go north into parts of Kansas, yes, there is a lot of exceptional drought up there. And out west, the drought has been really huge. It's been historic, but things are getting better out there because they are actually getting some rain. We still have yet to receive our rain here. We have some chances coming up, but as we've been saying, these aren't great chances, and it's not going to be significant rainfall Saturday to Saturday night. I think during the day on Saturday, we're talking just drizzle. This is not measurable rainfall. If we're going to get some showers and storms, it'll be Saturday night. There's a small window for that. But really, I think the rainfall totals will be less than 1/10 of an inch, so that doesn't bode well for us. And then on Sunday, it would be early in the day. So while these rain chances look okay, unfortunately, I have to tell you that I just don't know that we're going to see a whole lot out of this. As we go outside for you right now, 53 degrees at the airport, 56 Stinson, 54 Kelly, 51 at Randolph. Still seeing a northwesterly wind. That switches around to the south later today. And temperatures make it up to around 70 by noontime, 73 by 2 o'clock, and then 75 for high. Sunny skies. Another beautiful day. Temperatures tonight fall off quickly into the 50s and eventually 40s, I think, by tomorrow morning. But one thing changes, and that's humidity. So dew points steadily climb. And by tomorrow, we've got dew points approaching the muggy territory. But I mentioned we drop temperatures down into the 40s by tomorrow morning. Well, that may match the dew point. And when that happens, when you get that temperature and that dew point right there together, you often get fog. And that is in the forecast coming up tomorrow morning. As we look at water vapor in the big picture here, big spin out west. This has been really the most important or busiest thing that's been going on across the United States is this big storm system that is causing a lot of rain and snow and all sorts of issues along the West Coast. You see all the rain. There's going to be some flooding here, San Francisco down to Los Angeles, and then you got the really heavy snow in the higher elevations. There are all sorts of watches and warnings out, high wind warning, winter storm warnings, and flash flood watch. This storm system so powerful that they sent the hurricane hunters into it yesterday to test what we call the atmospheric river, to test some of the winds. It's not completely unheard of. They do this every now and then, but it has to be a big storm system. So it just goes to show you this is a powerful one. And some of the energy from this is eventually going to move towards Texas, and we'll get some chances ourselves, some rain chances, at least small ones, as we said. Nothing today. It's sunny all day long. This is 6 o'clock this afternoon. But as we get into tomorrow, here comes the patchy fog. That's tomorrow morning. And then the question will be, how long do these clouds hang around? I do think we see some sun tomorrow. But the clouds build right back in as we get into Saturday. This is early Saturday. Drizzle and fog begins to develop. And then this very slow-moving front tries to work in late in the day, Saturday night into Sunday morning. With that, we will give a 30% to 40% chance of rain, a few showers, a few storms. So here's how it looks in the extended forecast. 74 Friday, 72 Saturday, that morning fog and drizzle. Chance of showers and storms late Saturday into Sunday. Cooling down a little bit, and then more beautiful weather to start next week. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It is 9:25. As Cardinal Ratzinger, he was regarded as a major Vatican influence, second to none, when it came to settling church policy and setting the church's course of direction.
ABC's Will Gans takes a closer look at Pope Emeritus Benedict's influence in pop culture.
The legacy of Pope Emeritus Benedict for many lives on in the literature he leaves behind. 66 books, 3 encyclicals, and 4 apostolic exhortations.
You know, I think he'll be remembered as a great thinker, a great theologian, a great writer. I mean, I think that's something we forget. He's not just a brilliant man. I mean, he could really write. He was a really great stylist, and I think his stuff is going to be read for a long time.
The late Pope also immortalized on screen by Academy Award winner Anthony Hopkins.
I do not hear his voice. Do you understand me?
No, you're mistaken. You are a mistake.
I believe in God. I pray to God. Silence!
Hopkins playing Benedict in The Two Popes, which earned him an Oscar nomination.
The rhythm of voice. But it's not about mimicry, but you get the pattern of it, and then you can go from there. You can't make it perfect, but that's not the point.
That friendship with Pope Francis front and center in the film and in real life.
They're friends, and so he'll be, celebrating the funeral mass of a friend. I think that's very important.
The pillar writing Pope Benedict's most important legacy is Francis. And the Pope's legacy lives on 186 million miles from here. An asteroid named 8661 Ratzinger, bearing the Pope's name in honor of the role he played in opening the Vatican archives in 1998, allowing researchers to correct judicial errors against Galileo and other scientists. Of course, there are less serious pop culture moments too. From SNL.
Retired Pope Benedict is trying to compete in cuteness, and now he's attempting an "oh no, you didn't" gesture.
To the Pope soap on a rope, which is now going for $90 on eBay. For any of the more than 50 million American Catholics looking to honor the legacy of the late Pope, Father James Martin suggests reading one of Benedict's many writings, and of course to pray for him, as you would for a member of your own family. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
It's 9:20. I didn't know there was soap on a rope still.
I remember that. Yeah.
9:28, 55 degrees.
A lot more ahead on GMSA at 9.
Uh-oh. We've got some, we got some video from the game. We call them highlights, but I'm not sure.
Low lights.
RJ is here. We'll talk about the Spurs and the Knicks last night.
Plus, a look ahead to day 3 in the bid for Speaker of the House. We're going to explain the concessions Kevin McCarthy is offering to try and get the votes he needs to win House Speaker.
The GOP's gridlock on Capitol Hill now entering day 3 and still no Speaker of the House.
ABC News is hearing about a possible deal to end the standoff after Republicans failed to agree on a new speaker for a second day in a row.
ABC's Rachel Scott has been on this story, and as she tells us, a hard right group is in rebellion, blocking Kevin McCarthy on vote after vote, 6 of them so far.
A speaker has not been elected.
This morning, the stage is set for a third day of battle for Speaker of the House. Overnight, ABC News learning Kevin McCarthy has made another offer to holdouts in the Republican Party against his bid for Speaker.
I crawl before I walk. That's what you should gauge on. Being able to do that vote, that the discussions are going well.
Sources tell us McCarthy has proposed a new round of concessions, including changing the rules so that just one lawmaker could force a vote to remove the Speaker, putting more conservatives on the powerful House Rules Committee, and a vote on bills like term limits and border security. It's unclear if it will be enough. The divisions in the Republican Party on full display. Lawmakers in their chairs for hours, heated discussions playing out in the chamber. On one side, the Republicans backing McCarthy.
Kevin McCarthy has proved that he can get things done. He has proven that he is willing to stand up in the face of critics.
On the other, the staunch conservatives who say he needs to go, even challenging calls from former President Donald Trump to reverse course.
Even having my favorite president call us and tell us we need to knock this off, I think it actually needs to be reversed. The president needs to tell Kevin McCarthy that, sir, you do not have the votes and it's time to withdraw.
Those members under pressure to fold.
Why is it time for him to withdraw and not you when he has so many more votes?
Well, Sean, he needs 218, and he does not have 218. We've been trying to work this out in private, as you said, for months.
McCarthy huddled with Republicans behind closed doors for nearly 3 hours, but still no deal.
What is the strategy going forward with McCarthy?
Work through it, get everybody together, and solve our problems.
Are you so confident that you can pull this out? 6 failed votes?
Yeah. Very.
Even some of his supporters say it's time to wrap this up or step aside.
If they haven't come together, then I think it's going to be incumbent on Kevin to make a decision and some other people to make a decision to step up.
Former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi calling it all shameful.
None of us has seen anything like this disrespect for the institution in a most cavalier, frivolous way. It's quite sad.
Through it all, the Democrats standing together, pointing out their leader, Hakeem Jeffries, has consistently won more votes than McCarthy.
I rise to nominate Hakeem Jeffries as Speaker of the House, the lead vote getter in the last 5 rounds.
The gentleman is recognized.
Once again, that was Rachel Scott reporting.
The House is scheduled to return today at noon, so we'll see what comes of this third day of voting.
All right, let's get outside at live cam. Going to be a beautiful day today. Eating outside on the patio, the back porch, maybe throw a blanket on the ground and have a little picnic somewhere. I mean, it's 56, but you know, you don't get this very often in January.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It really is. And one thing you can look for, well, we saw a little bit of it last night, but tonight, the full moon. Officially full tonight. That would be the wolf moon. And this picture comes in and says, yeah, almost full. You're exactly right. It was bright. Make for a bright sky tonight until the fog moves in tomorrow morning. We do expect some fog, but the wolf moon, we got more on the wolf moon, by the way, coming up on our website. If you want to check it out, ksat.com/weather. We'll have a full write-up for you. 53 degrees at the airport, 48 Kerrville, 55 Rock Springs, 51 in Del Rio, 57 in Uvalde. It's a cool morning, but we're warming up pretty quickly from what was a very cold morning low, down to 43 here in San Antonio. Already up to 54 in Helotes, 48 Kerrville, 53 in the Braunfels, and you're at 52 right now in Devine. Your weekend forecast, this is the important forecast, right? We're going to get a damp start Saturday, I'm afraid. Some drizzle and fog to start, and then we'll watch for a few showers by the evening hours. Frontal boundary comes through. It doesn't do a lot to temperatures, but it does dry us out. And I think that we'll get some clearing by late on Sunday after some morning rain then. But could be a little bit wet, at least at times this weekend. We'll have an update for you there and the rest of the 7-day forecast coming up in just a couple minutes.
All right, David, Spurs in NYC, the Big Apple.
Man, this is like a terrible trip to New York City.
It's been a rough one. I mean, had a blowout loss to the Nets the other night, and then again, no Devin Vassell last night. But you know what? The Spurs actually hung in there this time around.
Had a chance to win. Well, they beat the Knicks last week at home.
They did.
Here in the AT&T Center, so you thought they would have another chance yesterday. And once again, now, you know, it used to be the fourth quarter. Now it's the first quarter. What is going on? They're like getting blown out in the first quarter, and then they got to spend the next 3 trying to get back in the game.
Yeah, always a good time playing at the Garden there, MSG. But yeah, as you mentioned, Dave, Spurs went down pretty early here, 10-2.
No, come here.
Early on. I think even Pop did the quick timeout to even as Stephanie walks over here to join us.
No, I want you to see these highlights.
Oh, you want me to see the highlights up close? Up close.
Come here.
Okay,
come
right here. Okay.
Okay, so now your daughter plays basketball.
Oh my goodness.
What would you tell her she needs to do better than the Spurs are doing?
I would just tell her to practice more.
There you go. Yeah, that's good. That'll work.
Yeah, I mean that usually works for my 9-year-old, but I'm sure this is a different ball game altogether. Yes.
And they need to, and she needs to make sure her team scores more points.
Yes.
Score more points than the other team. That's a good thing. And you know what? Just inbound
that was the last
ball.
shot right there that they had a chance to tie. And
yeah. So well, this is I think now the third quarter that we're looking at. Yeah, third quarter.
Okay.
Well, we will get to that because I'm sure, Stephanie, that you've told Rooney several times, you know what, just if you're inbounding the ball, just make sure to get the ball in before the refs.
Yeah, I'm not getting on that soapbox again.
You're not going to get on that one? I was so upset with this one.
So, yeah, it's just like.
And that was the final shot, which they didn't even get a final shot off.
They didn't get a final shot off. Oh, man.
Yeah.
See, so that's what we need to work on with Rooney. Make sure you get the ball in bounds and get off a good shot at the last.
It would be good.
So if we start teaching that when they're 9 and playing church league and YMCA league, then maybe by the time they get to that level, they'll have it figured out.
I hope so. Well, she's got a game on Saturday, so I'm taking notes.
Inbound the ball. Inbound the ball. That's one of the most frustrating things that I've seen from the Spurs all season long.
To your teammate.
Yes.
I'm sure it's your teammate to inbound the ball.
At this age, we have a little bit of problem with that, but we're working on it.
Or 9. Okay.
We're working on
fundamentals of the game. Okay, so Spurs do return home. Kellen Johnson, by the way, 26 points. 20 points there for Josh Richardson off the bench. But the Spurs are back home. Stephanie, are you going to go to this game Friday night?
Friday night?
Pistons.
No, not. You know what? We're waiting for the following Friday. Woohoo!
There we go.
Oh, that's the big one, isn't it?
The 50th anniversary. Yes.
Well, Rooney's got a game Saturday, right?
Yeah, she's got a game Saturday.
Okay, so she needs to stay home and rest.
Yeah, we're going to rest up for the big game.
That'll be good.
Oh boy, here. Okay, so Spurs do fall. They are now 12-26, but they do come back here Friday game. And you mentioned Stephanie, the one next week. They just announced that tag teams actually will be performing at halftime. So there's a little bit of
What? Really?
There's a 90s rap duo, David.
I love it.
There it is.
Like the little ice cream commercial, or not ice cream, Geico or
there it is.
Scoop, there it is.
They're performing at the Alamo Dome.
And we're going to be there for that one, right?
Yes, we are.
Oh, can't miss that. Halftime ought to be fun.
We'll be there too.
They've already sold like over 50,000 tickets.
Yeah.
So this is going to be fun.
It will be fun.
And speaking of selling tickets, now you can start thinking XFL and football real quick. I want to tell you that they're ready to open up their season.
They are. So the XFL just released its schedule, the inaugural season here. And we're going to get to see the San Antonio Brahmas at the Alamo Dome week 1, David, on February 19th.
What is a Battle Hawk?
That's the team that they're playing, the Battle Hawks.
What is that?
A powerful
Who knows?
mascot.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
So this game,
2
o'clock. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock, and it's going to be on KSAT 12 at the Alamo Dome. So again, the XFL just released its inaugural season schedule. I want to call them the Spurs, but the Brahmas, they're going to be playing on ESPN a couple of times and on ABC, KSAT 12. So here we go.
I have to look that up, a Battle Hawk. All right, Steph.
Well, we have time. All right. Time now is 9:40 and 58 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9, and we'll be right back.
Young adults fresh out of college are entering the workforce with high hopes for the future. But as inflation rates rise and in-person work resumes, many experiencing higher stress levels than expected.
ABC's M. Wynn shares some people's stories and tells us about a newly researched method called proactive coping that may help ease anxiety.
Post-undergrad, I was not expecting it to be that difficult. Like, I didn't take it into account.
Between a global pandemic and an economic crisis, young adults say they're stressed.
Inflation and everything, it just seems more and more daunting.
While only some experts believe the country is already in a recession, a lot of Americans have experienced financial woes in recent years. Inflation reached 9.1% in 2022, the highest yearly increase in over 40 years.
The cost of housing is rising. education payments are rising, food, like all sorts of stuff, but we aren't seeing salaries and wages rise.
Adding to the uncertainty, an unstable job market making finding work even more challenging.
We're attempting to enter the career field at a very weird, unique, unstable time.
The COVID-19 pandemic also increasing social anxiety. Lockdowns caused many college grads to finish school virtually, with many entering the workforce in person, adding to their stress levels.
It can be really intimidating to then try to go into a space that I've never seen or never been in before.
Young adults are at a place in their lives where they're constantly encountering new stressors, and they're trying to figure out what the best strategies are to deal with them.
Psychology professor Siobhan Newpert recently analyzed 2 separate studies on proactive coping steps one can take to avoid future stressors or prepare for stressful events before they occur. These include saving money for unexpected expenses, visualizing how to deal with potential challenges, or thinking about what you need to do in order to be successful.
We found that the younger adults who really tended to do a lot of proactive coping, they did not experience as much of the physical consequences of those stressors. They were able to remain more physically healthy.
However, both studies found it had no effect on older adults, suggesting it is beneficial to begin practicing proactive coping at a younger age. Em Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
One thing about it, we don't have any weather stress.
I know. This is so nice. What do you used
Speak
to call
for
it?
yourself. No,
No weather stress. Like you said, it's Goldilocks.
Go to the forecast. It's stressful. No, it's not. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day.
It is. And no, actually,
and if you feel a little stress, go outside and relax. And
soak it in.
Yeah.
Soak it in.
All happen.
I wrote an article yesterday for Whatever the Weather, so that's kind of our blog segment on our weather page if you want to check it out, about what is the ideal temperature. And science tells us there is actually an ideal temperature.
What is it?
What is it?
Right around 70.
Really?
Yeah.
So
the ideal temperature around 70?
Yeah. Well, for because your body releases heat, how it equalizes and all that fun stuff.
Interesting. I was thinking closer to I was thinking 75.
Well, yeah, that's where most of us keep our house, right?
I'll take either 70 or 75.
Yeah.
Just not 100 or not 20.
Not the extremes. All of this to say, this is pretty perfect weather. You guys are right. It is nice. We're going to see another nice one today. Right now, 53 degrees at the airport. Dew point is at 29. We've got a northwesterly wind at about 8 miles per hour. That will switch around to the south, eventually starting to bring some moisture back into play later tonight into tomorrow. Noontime today, we're up to 70, 75 the high. 73 at 5 p.m. Really, really a great day. And then temperatures will fall off again tonight, but not as cold as this morning. We got all the way down to 43. Not looking for that tomorrow. But the dew points increase, yes. And we've got dew points in 20s and 30s right now. By tomorrow morning, dew points jump up into the 40s. And the temperature is going to be right there near that number, which is why we think we start to get some patchy fog tomorrow. And then the moisture really starts to spread in. And it gets quite humid by Friday night into Saturday. That sets the stage for some drizzle and fog early on Saturday, and hopefully at least a little bit of rain Saturday night into Sunday. Rain chances, well, right now we're going 40% chance on Saturday, but keep in mind this is not significant rainfall. It's more in the form of just drizzle and dampness Saturday morning. But Saturday night, there could be some showers, maybe a storm, and then early Sunday morning. The window is there, but I don't think we see a lot of rain out of this system as the front comes through, and then we clear out next week with no rain chances there. Big picture, a lot of quiet weather now. We've had that one storm system exit the East Coast. Still some lingering snow around the Great Lakes, but it's been out west where all the action has been. That big storm system is producing very heavy rain up and down the California coast, Los Angeles to San Francisco. And I just checked earlier, there were flight delays around LA, San Francisco because of this, and that might cause some issues around the country. So just something to keep in mind. There's a lot going on here. High wind warnings, winter storm warnings, flash flood watches. They've got all of it there in California as this storm begins to move onshore and bring quite a few issues for the West Coast. What does it mean for us? Well, we eventually will get some energy from that, and that helps to bring our front through as we get into tomorrow. In the meantime, sunny skies today, so you notice there's nothing there, but clouds build in tomorrow morning. We get the patchy fog. The question tomorrow will be how long do those clouds hang around? probably through about lunch, and then maybe some sun tomorrow afternoon. But the clouds really thicken up on Saturday, and by Saturday morning, I think we're dealing with drizzle and fog. It'll be patchy, but it'll be there. And then a slow-moving front tries to work its way through. Just enough lift to maybe get some showers and storms going late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Right now, I'd say about a 30 to maybe 40% chance. But the extended forecast, we cool down a little bit on Sunday, not much, 68. So this is not an Arctic front. This is a Pacific front, just to really dries us out. And then Monday, 72, 75 Tuesday, 75 Wednesday. We're back into the beautiful weather yet again. January's been pretty good to us so far. My hope is that we do get some rain out of this system. I don't want to ruin anybody's weekend plans, but if we're going to get any significant rain, I think it's going to be Saturday night, Sunday morning, which would be fine.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's just not looking like a whole lot.
All right, well, maybe later, but we'll enjoy the pretty weather for right now.
We'll enjoy the pretty weather and hope sometime in 2023 we actually get some good rain at some point.
Thanks, Justin.
9:51, 60 degrees.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back, 9:54. As parents know, parenting is a tough job, and it can be tempting to turn to technology for help. But a new horror movie in theaters this weekend points out the danger of taking that to extremes.
Yeah, CNN's David Daniel gives us some more insight into the new movie.
The closest I ever got, I think, was like a Furby. I think after Furby, I was like, I'm good. I'm going to get off. This is my exit. I don't think I'm going to have any more of these.
Your career ambitions as well, while you're also trying to bring up a child, and just how difficult it is and how we often rely on these devices to help us get through.
Recalibrating response model. It's going to give language and a face to a conversation we're all kind of having in small ways about AI and tech and kids and all of it.
Are the film's dangers futuristic or already here?
We'd have to shut her down.
Without good friends. I have a new primary user now. Me.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Eek.
What is happening?
I don't know.
That is kind of creepy.
I'm scared just by the preview. I don't want to see it.
I mean,
interesting point the movie's trying to make, but boy, they did it in a creepy way, didn't they?
No.
I don't know what to think. 75 today, 74 tomorrow. We'll see some patchy fog to start, and then some drizzle and fog Saturday morning. Frontal boundary Saturday night into Sunday morning, and we'll clear it out next week.
All right, looks good. Thank you for joining us today.
We will see you back here for KSAT 12 News at noon. In the meantime, enjoy this beautiful Thursday.